And that is what this forum is about today. So apart from the legal issues, of course as lawyers we always want to look at the legal issues, and we are entitled to. There are so many cases before the court on all these issues. So we will be discussing some of those cases. But apart from the legal issues, we must also focus on the humanitarian issues. And I believe that there are some parties here who may be able to give us some personal accounts of the problems or issues that confronted them when these conversions took place. I think it is important that we realize that Sarvanan and Subhashini and Shamala are not just names. These are real people. In this forum, we will be able to see some of these people, and then we will understand that what we need to resolve is not just a legal issue, but a humanitarian issue.
Kita menentang keras orang yang diadakan pagi ini kerana menghina dan mencabar kita. Saya telah berunding dengan Ketua Pemilih Daerah Tangwangi, Tuan Zulkarnain, dan saya telah beri tempoh sehingga 9.30. Kita minta OPD supaya naik dan hentikan segera forum ini. Sampai sekiranya forum tak dihentikan 9.30, kita akan ambil tindakan, insyaAllah.
So what we intend to do today is to first identify the problems, that is important, and then we hope to discuss and arrive at some possible solutions. Now there are demonstrators outside, you can hear them, you've seen them. We have absolutely no quarrel with them. They are exercising their freedom of speech. And we believe in democracy and freedom of speech. So we have no quarrel with them expressing their points of view. And we hope that they will be allowed to carry on their demonstration in a peaceful manner and will not be hindered in any way.
Bahkan darah-darah kami akan menyirami untuk menyuburkan Islam di negara ini. Jadi kami beri amaran secara keras kepada mereka supaya hentikan forum ini. Hentikan forum ini segera sebelum kami bertindak lebih ganas.
We certainly will not be lodging any police reports against anyone who carries on these demonstrations peacefully. Ladies and gentlemen, I must, before I end, I must commend and thank the police for being here. You saw them downstairs, and for ensuring that people are safe, that the place is secure. I would like to record my thanks to the police for their presence. And I would like to openly invite anyone demonstrating outside or anyone inside or anyone anywhere to come forward and express their views strongly if they need to, if they disagree with issues that are raised here today. Because that's what we believe in. We believe in democracy and freedom of speech. So let us show, ladies and gentlemen, that we can, as Malaysians, discuss all these issues responsibly. And for that, I wish all of you a pleasant discussion. Thank you. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been advised by the police that we should wrap up by 10 o'clock, which gives us 40 minutes. So I'm afraid we have to speed up the session a little bit.
I will start by saying, after hearing the experiences this morning, that these experiences which were shared with us is something which of course it's sad and it's emotional, but it happens in all divorce matters. Whether it is divorce between a Roman Catholic and another Roman Catholic, I think that is the issue here. What I saw is sufferings of children, family out of divorce. Yes, in the second case, there was also a reference made with regards to the burial and issue of burial, which was with regards to the status of the religion of the deceased. Now, on that issue, I think what I saw, I'm not sure what the others, is that it's not the issue of religion, it's the issue of how the people handled that issue. What is important for us to see is that the law is there. The execution of the law, how is it done? So at the High Court, what was agreed by parties was that the jurisdiction issue to be settled. And then if the court finds there is jurisdiction, we'll go into the merits of the case. Is that they were married under the Hindu ceremony. There were 2 children, 2 boys. So the husband converted to Islam. And he also converted the first son, not the second, the first son to Islam. He filed the necessary proceedings in the Sharia court. And Subhashini filed the necessary proceeding in the High Court. The issue then was whether or not the High Court has jurisdiction on the ground that the husband has converted to Islam. Would the issues of the custody, maintenance and all that, would it come under the Sharia courts or would it come under the civil courts? To put it in a simple language, that was the issue before the High Court. At the High Court stage, the court decided that it was the jurisdiction of the Sharia court. They appealed, Subhashini appealed, and the Court of Appeal decided by a majority of 2 to 1. It was not within the jurisdiction of the High Court to grant the prayers which were sought by Subhashini. And both parties agreed at that junction that this matter is very important. Why? For the society to understand and know what happens in the situation like this. Parties entered into an arrangement to agree at the leave stage in the federal court to pose a question for the determination of the court, which was basically whether or not, or which court has got exclusive jurisdiction on the subject matter of this case.
Now, why she went to court is because she received a notice from the Sharia court telling her that there is this case going on regarding somebody called Muhammad, not Muhammad Shafi, but the son. There was a Muslim name for the son, Darwin Joshua, and he was called Muhammad Darwin. And she was stunned because that was the first time she had known that the son had been converted to Islam. So she came to see us. We went to the High Court to get an injunction. She says she had not seen the husband since February, and we applied in June or July. That's why we bravely, she assumed that he had converted in February. When we filed the case, it was discovered that he had technically only converted, according to the records, on the 18th of May 2006. Now, he filed his application in the Sharia court to dissolve the marriage on the 19th of May 2006, and together with it an application. So the very day after he converted. Eventually, the federal court majority decision, what they decided is